like this type of life, and that is why I surrendered. A worldly material life wasn't for me. A worldly life is a life of vices. This was a life of purity, and I liked that very much. I even went as far as telling my father that I wouldn't be getting married and that I would belong to Baba no matter what. Baba used to tell us that first we needed to have faith, because an intellect with faith and soul consciousness is what brings victory. So it is essential to have faith. The foundation is faith. It is on the basis of faith that it becomes easy to adopt a life of purity. When there is no faith, be it in the self or be it in the Father, that is when there is fluctuation. Then the old world begins to pull you. However, if there is faith, that it's God who's teaching us. Drama too. Mama used to remember drama a great deal. Whatever happens, it happens according to the plan of the drama. That which is already created is unfolding. Now nothing more needs to be created. Mama remembered her part. She remembered she was the one destined to bring benefit to the entire world. She kept that as an aim, and it's because of that she became empress of the world. How to bring benefit to the world, though? First through the mouth, through words, and maybe that was not for so many. However, service through the mind, Mama did a lot of that. She used to tour around the world in the mind. She would wake up early in the morning at 2:30 am. She would immerse souls of the whole world and give them sakash. She would take sakash from Baba and give it to them. Many even had visions of Mama. Because of this, while sitting at home, had visions of Brahma Baba, and so souls were pulled, were drawn. They began to come to the yajna. There was a long period of wives in bondage too, a great deal of struggle between man and woman. The man would say he wanted to indulge in vice, and the woman would say, but I'm going to drink the nectar of knowledge. So naturally there were quarrels. But then when both began to follow the path, there was peace. Home became like heaven. Only when there is purity, there will be peace and happiness. Wherever there is impurity and vice are present, there is peacelessness and sorrow. So when men began to grasp this, they too began to follow the path. They would stay in their home, however, because of the sword of knowledge, that is the understanding, came between them. Both began to observe purity. Every home became like a heaven. Then Baba said, those who become my children, sometimes Maya even infiltrates into them. So what can we do so that they remain firm and don't stray? Then Baba came up with a brotherly vision. You are souls, and you are a soul, and you too are a soul. We are all souls. Then, of course, one wouldn't have a vision of vice in that consciousness. Baba made us practice this. So, you see, sometimes Maya comes to us because our war is with Maya. Maya tests us. She says, let's see how pakka they are. Baba says, these tests will come right until the end. Just as you must have seen in the game of snakes and ladders, you move across and board and stop on the ladder of the spiritual endeavor and therefore climb up. However, then when you come across the snake and it makes you fall right back down. There are 100 squares, and even when you get a square number 98, there is a snake sitting there. As long as we live, we need to keep this company, we need to drink this nectar. At intervals, test papers come, and so some fall down. Baba used to say, look, even one who had been around for the last 25 years was moving along. Then Maya came and they ran away. Hey, God himself was teaching you. Why did you run off? That person then becomes an instrument for others to leave too. This is why Baba says this study is of the highest order. a handful of multi-millions, and a rare one out of that handful. This is why there is the rosary of 8 only, of 108 and 16,108, and then there are 900,000. Even now, Dadi ji, Barkashmani Dadi says that 900,000 are not ready as such. You will all come in the rosary, won't you? Tell me, will you all come in the rosary? What number will you claim? Will you come in the 8 or 108?